Hello, I'm Papa Khan, and today I am playing Sid Meier's Civilization 6. Now, the reason I'm playing this is recently, about a week ago, give or take, depending on when I end up uploading this, uh, the game got some new DLC, a new leader pass. The first part of it has came out, had a rough start, but seems to be, from what I've seen, working now. So, I haven't played much for a while, so hopping in to check it out and record. And part of why I'm doing this too is just personally for myself, for practice doing a bit of editing, just because with the nature of Civ, there's going to be like the occasional bit of loading and stuff like that, and downtime that it's just going to be a bit of practice for me to get the hang of that, basically. So, let us hop into starting making the game. So, first off, the new leaders, we have Abraham Lincoln as a leader for America, who I think that's who I'm going to go with for this, because I kind of have an idea in mind for how I want to do this. And I have to say, of the three new leaders, well, there's three new leaders for, well, I correct myself again. Two new leaders, one new persona in the first part of this leader pass they've started, and also one other free-ish, basically, leader that they added that you can get if you link a 2K account. So we've got four new leaders, technically, however you want to count it as. And I'm gonna here. I'm just gonna go to advanced setup right off the bat here. Okay, so we are going to play as Abraham Lincoln, who I think out of the four they added, I think has the most character and most unique ability. The others I think are a little bit boring. I'm gonna be honest with him. It's mostly the plantations giving you -2 loyalty per turn is the part that just gets me, as kind of just a funny little way that they implemented that reference. Now let's see, where are our other new leaders here? I've probably scrolled past a few of them already. Oh, there is one. So here is the new persona for Saladin, Sultan Saladin. And I do think it is a good ability. It's just kind of boring when it comes right down to it. It's just a straight bonus. And I think that's kind of the same for. Oh yeah, I absolutely I absolutely scrolled past the others. Where did you guys go? Wow, am I blind? I might be going blind. Oh, well, actually, there's another one right there. There we are. So that is the free leader, separate from the pack, but released at the same time, Julius Caesar, who I don't think anyone needs any introduction to. Uh, but yeah, he also has kind of a straightforward ability, but I know, I kind of like him. He was the other one out of the four that I was considering doing for my first run. But I do think I'll play him here in another run after. Now, where is our last one? Our new Congo leader. Ah, there she is. Nzinga Mbande, which I've probably butchered that name, but pretty simple and boring ability. It's just straight up bonus yields as long as you stay on the same continent as your capital, and negative if you don't. So kind of like Maya, but technically better in practice, but without the nuance that kind of made Maya interesting, is kind of how I'd take it. We're gonna make this an 8-player game, I think. Did I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah. Wait, no. One too many there. Okay. Game difficulty. I usually play on Emperor. I find it's kind of a nice balance between giving the AI enough of an advantage to be somewhat of a challenge, but also not be oppressive in the early game and just make you have to optimize all your plays. You have a little room to play around, which I do like. Game modes. I am tempted to turn on Secret Societies mode just for the vampires, since we're playing as Abraham Lincoln. So there's a chance he could become a vampire slayer. It basically would be the whole point of that, but I think I am going to pass on. I'm just going to go vanilla, just the base expansions for this. Just so I can see these new leaders in action and kind of get back into the game. Because like I said, I'm not going to pretend that I'm the best player of this game by any means. I would consider myself decent, but it also has been a while since I have played much. So I'm definitely going to be rusty. Now, these last 4 slots here, I'm not going to leave them random. I have an idea for these last 4 slots. Because what's the one thing that comes to everyone's mind when you think about Abraham Lincoln? Obviously, and even... I mean, I'm not American, was an American school system, so I don't know this for sure. But I'm sure even the American school system teaches that Abraham Lincoln was involved in the Civil War. So, here's what I'm going to do. Theodore Roosevelt. I guess I'll take this off. Take both of those off. Because, yeah, we're gonna have ourselves a little Civ Civil War here. We're gonna have America against America. We are going to have Saladin against Saladin. We're gonna have Julius Caesar, or Kaiser if you prefer, against Trajan. And lastly, Nzinga against Movember. Yeah, Movember, yeah. Now, let's just switch up these colors real quick here. That is going to be our lineup of 8 leaders, and that's going to be our settings. I feel like I've had a talk a lot in this intro, and I guess one thing I was forgetting that I did want to cover in this intro is just my general thoughts on the leader pack. I've always liked the idea of the alternate leaders in Civ 6, and they kind of had the basically framework for that from the start. But then they never really did much with it, which kind of always disappointed me, so I am glad to see this pack. I just wish it had been a lot sooner, and I do also think the way they implemented alternate leaders could have been done a bit better. Just kind of as evidenced by... There's a lot of civs, I would say, that are very much designed for the leader ability and civ ability to be intertwined together. But then when you have alternate leaders, that kind of throws that off. I'm just going to shut up here for a minute so we can listen to the introduction for Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln, you rose to the challenge as your country tore itself asunder. Seize the power of a new, younger world, one built on rail and steam, on progress and liberty, and break apart the chains of bondage. Great emancipator, in this new time of strife and division, the time has come to unite your people once again. Lead your people to freedom and liberty, and end forever the shackles of the past.
All right, so basically my last thought on the leader pass is just because of how they've released it, the content in it, just everything surrounding it, I feel like the leader pass as a whole is basically just a big ad to get people back in and get people's attention on the franchise for in March when the pass wraps up. I am betting they're going to announce Civ 7 then. Is kind of what I think the whole purpose behind the leader pass is, because it's just kind of weird otherwise to just have this basically for a lot of people free DLC, kind of minor stuff, but still free, that they're releasing basically after they already said Civ 6 is finished and released the anthology bundle. But let's get right into the game, see what we've got here. And I should say, I am playing with a couple little UI mods. Secretax simple UI adjustments, which just basically gives me some extra UI stuff when I'm just hovering over tiles and cities and stuff like that, and a number of other little things like that. There is, I forget the name, but there's something I have that gives better reports. And then I also have another mod. I want to say it's extended. Actually, I bet I can see it here. Yeah, so I've got better report screen for the reports. I've got, yeah, Secretax simple UI adjustments. And I must have scrolled over it. Extended policy cards, which basically we can't really see it. Yeah, because we don't have our policies unlocked yet. But basically when I'm setting my policy cards, it'll show me the actual values that I'm getting out of those cards, which you can do the math yourself technically, but it's a pain. And it's just, it's a lot nicer and quicker gameplay experience to be able to see what you're getting out of the cards at a glance without having to spend like however many minutes looking for all the relevant information to compile together. So, our start here, Plains Hill, probably one of the best places you can start on. Tundra, not so much, but I'm not going to be a coward and reroll. We are going to go with this. But before we settle, I'm going to move our warrior to see what else we've got going on here. And I'm thinking we're going to settle in place. We could settle on the Mercury, but I think we lose... The science is nice, but we lose the production, which I just assume not do. Plains Hill over there. Not on freshwater, though. If that was on freshwater, I would be tempted to settle on the ivory there, just because that would be a lot more production, a lot more gold. But I'd be 2 turns to get there, and there's no fresh water, so I think I'm just going to settle in place here, just to get started. And, oh, we are on Columbia. Now, I normally, when I'm playing Civ, I normally play... I don't usually worry about names, but since I am recording this, I'm gonna see if I can think of some funny names to put in here, since this is gonna be... Since we've got the whole Civil War alternate leaders thing going on, I'm gonna try to spice this up a bit with some names. So... Washington, that's named after George Washington, so no, we can't have that here in Abraham Lincoln's America. So, Lincolnton. There we go. Now that's more like it. And also, you know, this will also allow Teddy to keep the standard American names for his cities. I think... Therefore I am. But I think we should try to go for mining here, because we're going to want that. The other option would be animal husbandry to get a camp for that ivory. And actually, I'm going to be honest, I think, because there's one there, and there's a deer here on that hill. So I think I'm going to go animal husbandry, actually, talking through that. Now, something very important here I'm going to do is, you can see there when I hover over the city, it shows which tiles are being worked. That is part of the UI mod, which is something I really like, because I could go in like this and see that anyways, but I can just scroll over to see that too. So I don't think there's anything I can really change on which tiles I'm working right now, which is a bit unfortunate. It means we're going to have a bit of slow growth. I think that's just the hand we're dealt with, being on the edge of the tundra. Now, So I have the Scout Cat, I guess, because because that's another thing you get from linking a 2K account. Oh, that's cute. So, a monument would be good, but the thing is, our tiles around here just really aren't that great. So I think in most cases you are better to go with a scout, but I think especially when our tiles are so bad, a scout is a little better than expanding our borders right away. I think I'm gonna hop up on that hill. So yeah, it's been a while since I've played, so I'm sure I'm gonna make some mistakes, make some unoptimal plays. That though is very interesting because that tells me there's going to be a wonder by there because there shouldn't be any other reason for there to be that much faith. I can't remember. I remember there's a wonder that functions like that, but I forget which one it is. So let's just move here and still can't see it yet. So it's got to be hidden right in that fog. But that would be really good if we can settle a city maybe right here would be a good spot. So I'm going to just add a little map tack there for the time being. Definitely one of the things that I think helps a lot in Civ 6 and getting good at the game is just learning to plan your cities and your placement.
7 girls were chased by bears. The bears were just about
There
to catch
we
them
are.
when the girls jumped on a low rock. One of the girls prayed to the rock. Rock.
Matotipalia.
Rock, save us. The rock
Matotipilia?
and began to grow upwards.
Matotopilla?
The girls higher and higher.
Matotopilla, I think, is the right. So that got us boosted astrology. And also would have gotten us, 3 air score. And I apologize if I'm glossing over. I assume if you're watching this, you probably have some idea of Civ 6 mechanics. I'm gonna definitely explain like why I'm doing certain things as I go to an extent, but I'm also assuming that you've played the game, you have some basic knowledge, and I do apologize if I gloss over anything. But we are gonna go get that little goody hut there, and we are gonna send our new little scout with his cats. Aw, look at the kitties. Look at the kitties. I think it's there. I want to say there. Nope, that doesn't. Huh. Because I remember there's something with the dog that you could have them like pet the dog, but I don't know. I don't remember how to do it, and I don't know if you can do it with the cat. A builder would be really good because our tiles are bad. Our tiles are kind of bad, so a builder could be good, but I think a second scout early is a little more important. Just there is a lot of value you can get out of early scouting. Well, if I'd known that, I wouldn't have started building that scout. So now I have to consider, do I want to basically sacrifice that 6 production to just get started on a builder at this point? Man, oh man, oh man. How long? You're going to be 2 turns. So we'll have a builder. By the time we get the builder, we're going to be able to make a camp. I think that's very important to get some improvements going. So I'm just going to go with a builder. And I didn't even see that we revealed this goody hut over here. So we're going to get it. And boosted sailing. Okay. That's not great. And also not great is that scout over there. And that was a bad idea to move you away because I really want to bring you back, knowing that there's barbarians down here. Because, yeah, I think they're going to see our city here pretty soon, unless we try to cut them off, which I don't think we're really going to be able to do. But once... the thing with barbarian scouts is once they, like, see your city, see your borders of a city... That'll basically tell the barbarian camp to start pumping out units, and that is, yeah, you see that? It means they've spotted the city, so the camp they're from is going to start producing more units. So I want to try and kill them if I can, and the scouts really aren't ideal for this. I would rather have them scouting, but it's desperate times, man. It's all we've got. You would take a major defeat there. I think we just have to keep kind of chasing you down, and I hate exploring down this way because I know it's unlikely anyone else is going to be exploring down this way, but it's all I can do. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just start moving you away. This guy here can keep him busy till the warriors come home.
If there are no dogs in heaven.
And there is animal husbandry. I think I want to hop up on the hill, sure. And what research do I want next? Well, pottery could be useful. I don't really know what kind of victory I want to go for. I know that Abe's ability makes him pretty decent for rushing out later game domination to an extent because he gets free units. What do I want to go with here? I don't think sailing isn't going to do much for us right now. Isn't going to unlock much. We could try to pick up Holy Site. I think with both Arabias in the game, I think there's going to be some competition for that. I don't know. I think mining's going to be our best bet because we've got a couple hills that we'll want to improve, I think. We're almost going to have to try to aim for a farming triangle there just to have, any food, any growth going on. So I'm going to tentatively say... And these might end up being reversed, but I'm going to tentatively say something like that, I think, is our best spots. We could put something over in this deer, too. So this is going to be just messy for a little bit till we figure that out, but... I think I'm just going to go ahead and mark these for farms. Because that's really our best farmland, and being next to the tundra, we are going to need it quite desperately. Definitely not the best start we could have had for our capital. Let's hop you over there. Goody Hut. So I think the camp has to be down here in this fog. There's the camp. Oh, and we got a free builder, which... What was up with the game giving me stuff that I'm already working on producing? Okay, here... We don't need 2 builders, so... We aren't going to lose that production if I change on to something else. So, because you can see with the Scout here, I've still got 6 out of 30 production put into Scout, and it's just already invested. There's nothing to do about it. Can't start a settler yet, so I think we just start on a monument. And we are going to send you up here to make a camp. We really need to see what's up here above the Alaskan Range, which... I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure we're in the south, a weird place for Alaska to be. And that's a really weird place for the Rio Grande, too. And the Ohio River. A little geographically challenged, I think. Who have we met? It is Movember. It is an honor to meet you. We would love to sample your hospitality. Writing has been boosted by that, and that might be something we want to look at next. We're going to have to be quick to try and make sure we get this wonder, because they are going to be right on trying to settle that. Ooh, because do the campuses get extra for volcanoes? No, it's just it'll just count as a mountain. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know about that, Chief. I don't know about putting a district there. We'll see. That said, that should greatly help our production. The city is gonna grow next turn. The thing we just really need is food, which means the camp there. I think the deer camp does give food, doesn't it? Oh, I guess it's just +2 gold to start. So, might just have to try and go for farms over here. Oh, I forgot to... So good thing to do is always send a delegation on the first turn, because if you don't do it first turn, they're likely not going to accept it and be mad at you and think about attacking you. So that was a fuck up on my part from not having played for a while, not remembering that was the thing. I'm going to be stalled out at 2 citizens for now. This is going to be rough.
It is not wisdom.
But... Okay, I think we take God King because production really, it would help, but really isn't our issue that we're having. So I think we take God King, and you can see there at the bottom, that's what the extended policy cards basically does, is it just shows you the actual bonus you are getting from the card. If it's giving you basically production, gold, faith, food, etc., science. Double experience for recon units. Discipline, I think we have to go with discipline because I don't like that camp being right there. Even if survey would make sense, I think we just need to get this cleared out. And I think they are going to give us a little bit of trouble. Okay, next civic. Now, what I really want is ideally would want to go for early empire to get more settlers early. I think realistically we're going to be more likely to boost craftsmanship in the short term. I think foreign trade, because we've got the scouts. So we should hopefully be able to find another continent, get the boost for that. Ooh, marble are the Romans around? Oh my. Might be Romans about. I'm gonna hop back there because you need to heal. We're gonna have to play a little defensive against these barbarians down here, because they are going to fuck us up otherwise. Well, there's the Romans. One of them, anyways. Yeah, let's see which direction. So you're up there, okay. And let's send you a delegation. Because I definitely don't want to be in war with Rome. I don't want to be in war with either of them. And I also really don't want to make a fool of myself and get my ass beat right off the bat. So I feel like this is a good point to mention that I really don't know at what parts I'm going to leave in this video, what I'm going to cut out. So, just what I'm saying is I have no idea what the end product of this is going to look like, and you know, if there's some stuff that I say that doesn't make sense because I cut the first half of it out or something like that, that's why. That would kind of be the reason why. Blame future me who's editing this. I know they're not very smart, I think. All right, so what do I want for our next research? I think pottery. Because I think we want to get to writing. And settler because we want to try and get that city settled as soon as possible. That is very bad. All right. You go hide. You heal up. That is definitely not an ideal situation by any means. Just get away from my city, please. Please. I would greatly appreciate that if you did. Man, Rome, you're not having a good time either, are you? Okay, that's their capital, that's their settlement. So they're actually a little further away from finding this than I thought they were, which is very good for us. And we got a promotion. So, Battlecry is usually just the best thing to go with, so we're going to take that, and hopefully next turn we can take this guy out, and I think we need to, once the settler is out, I think we need to get another warrior going, because that camp is going to be a real problem.
I thought Clay must feel happy.
Hey, and there's pottery. Not very important, but that is going to pave the way for writing. Which, I feel I'd rather get campus than a holy site early at this point. There's a kind of a trick you can see to tell if anyone's going for a site yet by just seeing if anyone has points and great profits yet, which they do not. which isn't surprising. It's only turn 27, but as I may or may not have said already at this point, depending what's in the video or not, we do have some good competition for religion with, of course, the Saladins, and actually the Congo might not be much competition with their, or at least Mavemba won't be. Okay, you need to die. Get wrecked. And with that then, let's get you out to those deer. Oh, look at that. It appears that Rome has just received a foreign delegation from Rome. And, what is that? Why are there barbarian horsemen coming from the direction of Rome? Oh, I don't like that. I do not like that at all. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to bite the bullet here and just buy this tile for 55 gold. And I'm gonna send you over here to make a farm, because the gold doesn't really do anything for us right now. Now here's my problem. I really want to get you out right now, but I don't want to send you unattended. So 5 turns for a warrior. The scout really isn't that good, but I can get it in 3 turns, so I think I'm going to go for finishing that scout that we started and got interrupted on.
That's the positive aspect of trade.
Hey, foreign trade. So, is there anything we want here? Maritime Industries doesn't help us, and we don't have traders, so absolutely nothing. My ivory? Please don't. Please? Please do not. I would rather you did not. Alright, start early Empire, because we're going to have a hard time hitting the population. Hey, don't you give me shit. Those barbarians are coming from your direction. Letting fucking Attila the Hun run wild over there. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. We're in trouble. Yeah, I mean, I think I warned everyone at the start that it's been a while since I played, and I'm not the best player. Fuck these barbarians. Oh, hey, we'll just quickly build a farm here and get an inspiration, though. That's all good and dandy, and I don't see what could possibly go wrong. Actually, what we can do, we can switch you over, because that's still going to be built in 1 turn, and that will help our growth. So, actually, that farm is pretty useful, considering our somewhat dire circumstances. Man, this is some bullshit. Okay, let's get you out of here, and let's send you just to escort. Let's get you back in here and just quickly clap you. Another city-state, that's always nice. Oh! We have found the Sultan. I think you've got a little bit of clipping going there on your armor, pal. Just is there a fan running? Do you have a fan blowing? To get that, little wave there? Yeah, it's an honor to meet you. Would love to sample your hospitality. Yeah, I know the barbarians are approaching. Thank you. I think a slinger is the pick here, because the slinger just to keep picking stuff off. Yeah, that's about what I expected. You're gonna have to just fortify right there. Oh, fuck you. Fuck that. No, don't do it. Hey, political philosophy. Yeah, our contact with city-states. Like, I feel like there's some weird juxtaposition between getting inspired at the same time we're getting our borders overrun with barbarians. Meanwhile, these scouts are just out having a lovely world tour, you know? It's honestly, they're having a better time than we're having here at home. Let's take you out. Hey, bronze working boost. I feel like some better military units could be useful, especially spearmen. Especially spearmen. Ah, take that. Okay. I think you're okay. I think the river saved you. Man, I wish it would like give me more time to talk before it jumped over, but what you gonna do?
If delicate art has any
Oh,
significance, it lies, I will venture, in the power of the odd and unexpected.
nice. I mean, not really nice because it's nowhere near us, but arrow score is arrow score, you know?
Writing is easy. All we have to
Hey,
do is
maybe we
present
can
the
write a
rules.
letter to the barbarians to ask them to stop being a royal pain in the arse, as it were. I think you should heal up. You want to kill my scout, huh? You really want to kill my scout? Well, how about no? And there is some nice arrow score from settling. No, no, no. That's not gonna do. That's not gonna do. How about New Lincolnia? My brilliant naming convention for this Gloria the Glorian yes, this Glorian empire. Not much of an empire though, is it? Kind of like the Holy Roman Empire, really. Okay, so for our next research, I feel like bronze working could be kind of useful in our present situation. Unlocking iron, yeah, yeah, we'll take that. So, what will New Lincolnia produce for us? Now, there is a pretty good campus spot right there that certainly interests me. Um, hmm. I do think the monument would be very useful to try and get more of these good tiles. Because I'm not too worried about those guys. I don't think they're going to be that big of an issue for the time being, since we have no improved tiles at this point. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for the monument. Get our borders spreading in New Lincolnia. Let's get that builder finished now, because we're gonna need to repair some improvements, I think.
Ego Caesar.
Oh, hello. That's wow. His face. That is a look. Like that is such an indifferent, bored look. Wow. So Congo, you really took that warrior on loan to fight that. I welcome the help, but I don't think you're gonna do much there. We have both Romes on this continent. I suppose we have southern and northern Roman empires instead of eastern and western. Then we have a Congo and a Arabia. So I get the feeling that our other America counterpart is not on this continent, probably. But you know, I feel like we've got our hands full with the barbarians that someone is letting run rampant. No wonder Rome fell. Oh, I Didn't see that at first. Looks like we get to choose a pantheon, that God King helping us out. Dance of the Aurora could be pretty good, at least here in our capital, especially if we ended up putting it there, which I think that's going to have to be, if we do go for one, I think it would have to be there. Divine Spark is always, like, handy, but also not the best. Let's see. What do we have for, what we have around here? So I'm thinking we're going to have camps. So honestly, Goddess of the Hunt for +1 food and production from camps, because that'll make this tile here pretty decent. That tile, honestly, we might not be able to put a holy site there, because that's going to become a decently good tile with the Goddess of the Hunt buffing it up, if we're going with that. Fertility rates for we really don't need the builder at this point, and it looks like the one for that gives you a free settler has already been taken, unsurprisingly. We could go for religious idols too, but we really only have a few spots. I think we're better going Goddess of the Hunt because we desperately need the food, and the extra production doesn't hurt. So let's found the pantheon. Mysticism is we got the inspiration for. Now let's just see, is anyone... Yes, we do have a few people going for great profits. So 2 unmet players. Arabia, well, our Arabia hasn't gone yet. And there's one other. So we might stand a chance if we can try to get in a holy site in time. But we'll see. I think we have slightly more pressing issues at the moment. Alright, so we could build a campus. Do we just build a campus right up here? No, I think we just need to... I think we just need to keep putting out warriors at this point. As much as I would love to get a campus in here, barbarians are very scary, and our military score is not as high as I would like it to be. It does appear to me like New Lincolnia might be saved by the horse archers going up to bug the Congo, which, you know, I'm not going to complain about that. These guys down here, we should have another warrior out in a turn or two, and we really should try to get them taken out. I am very worried about Rome getting us boxed in here. So I would like to expand as soon as possible, but we can't do that until we have our current borders are a bit more secure. Now that right there is a very nice camp, considering what we have to work with here. Like, that's not an amazing tile, but when our option is tundra, oh, and even worse, I just realized this is the Ohio River. There's absolutely nothing here. Oh no. That explains a lot now, though. Now, I don't need to do this, but it's the principle of it. So now that we've kind of got our defenses sorted, well, sorted out might be overselling it, but our defenses are handled for now. We could make another settler and try to get a little more expansion, which would honestly be amazing. I'm realizing now I did kind of screw up because I've got early Empire set to finish in 3 turns, which I probably should have taken off to try and get the boost, but I'm going to be honest, I think ignoring the boost, just because it's going to take us 12 turns to get it, I think ignoring the boost for the chance to get that card in 3 turns is better. And with that in mind, how do we feel about a campus? Because I think we need to kind of start get some science going here. So why don't we buy that tile there? I realize it's next to volcano, but not really a whole lot I can do about that. And we are going to build campus right there.
It was luxuries like air
Hey,
conditioning that
early
made the home
empire.
an empire.
So,
With air conditioning, their windows were shut. They couldn't hear the
with
barbarians coming.
that, let's change our policies here. Let's swap out God King for colonization. And I think, yeah, we need to keep discipline in for now. We don't really have anything else that does enough for us to replace it. Oh, we got a governor. I didn't even see that there. Got our first governor title. It's been a while since I've done this, so I don't. I remember Pangala and Magnus are both really good. Because Magnus here, if we can get him to his second title, then we just don't have to worry about settlers consuming population in the city, which is great when getting food is currently an issue for us. However, I don't think the extra yields from harvest and feature removals really does that much for us right now. Because we kind of need the few forests we have to just to keep our production and yields up. So the other way to go would of course be Pingala, who we're not going to get much from him right now, but we are building a campus, so I think he is the right call. And we are going to put him in Lincolnton. Now, we do have the bonus on craftsmanship, so I think we are going to probably take it as our next civic to research. Oh, and we got an inspiration from a tribal village for state workforce. Now, if I recall, that is. Yeah, the one for. So that's actually not that great because we were going to get that in a couple turns from our campus, anyways. Would be 4 turns we would have had that. So that is a bit of a letdown. I think we need to do a slight strategic retreat here. Yeah, just everyone pull back a second. Okay, New Lincolnia has finished their monument. So we could get them to also start on a campus, also next to a volcano. I guess that might just be a national tradition to build campuses next to volcanoes. It's good. You can research a lot of geological activity there. I do think there is some merit in a builder. In fact, I think there's a lot of merit in a builder. So that is what I'm going to have it build.
I'm also interested in creating a lasting legacy, because bronze will last for thousands of
And
years.
there is bronze working, which will let us see iron now. So did we get lucky with either of our cities being near iron? We actually. Oh, that is a weird UI thing you're doing right there. But New Lincolnia, on top of already being a really good city because of the natural wonder, is going to have iron for us. Not really any other iron that I am seeing nearby, though. But that is fortunate that we're going to be picking that up. Down here, we're having a slight little bit of trouble. I think our. I think you. Yeah, you're too hurt. You need to pull back, and I think you also need to fall back before we take that promotion. What do we want for our next research now that we have bronze working? Again, I don't really know what sort of victory type we're really going to try going for. I think our two main options would be a science victory or a. What's the other one? Domination victory. just because those are two things that Lincoln's ability can kind of work with a bit. In fact, let's just kind of take a look at that here. Let's take a look at here. So the reason I say it works with both is he's incentivized to build industrial zones, which are pretty useful for going for a science victory. And the alternative side of that is making those industrial zones does give free units that don't require any upkeep and get a little bonus. So that could be good for domination, but could also be good just for defending our borders while we go for a science victory, using the industrial zones to basically help propel that. Now, that said, we could also go for a diplomatic victory because the America Civ ability, Founding Fathers, does give us some bonuses to getting diplomatic favor. So honestly, there's in the film studio. Then, of course, would be leaning into tourism. So there's kind of a lot of ways we could go with this, but the main thing I can say is religion really isn't one of them. I don't think. Like obviously there are benefits to be gained from going for religion, but I think in our current situation we don't have the luxury to try and go for it. So I'm going to make the call that we're going to ignore astrology. And subsequently, I think we should start picking up archery, because we do have a slinger, and there are a few weak barbarians around here that we might be able to pick off with it, given a suitable opportunity. And honestly, getting archers would be very useful in helping to take care of this whole mess here. We have just entered the classical era. Ooh, and our first campus to mark the occasion.
Without craftsmanship.
Craftsmanship, too, is pretty nice, because that's actually really nice, because we can get a Gauge now. The question is, do I want Gauge over the discipline at this moment? Because we do have some very annoying barbarians we need to finish taking care of. I think here's the first question is, what do we want to do with Lincolnton? Because if we're going to build another unit, another combat unit, I think we switch to a Gauge. And I think the simple truth is we do need more combat units, because what we have right now, I think I said previously that we had enough to hold the line. That isn't so true at this point. I think the barbarians are starting to... They've definitely pushed us back a little bit, because obviously right now we're stuck that we aren't able to access this potential camp right here. So I think what I want to do is I think I do want to go with a Gauge. If I can change policies, thank you. Means we're gonna have a little less combat efficiency, but I think getting the units out is a better call. And also with that in mind, I put colonization in, but we really haven't gone for it yet, so I'm going to put in urban planning for a little more production at this point, which I probably should have just done from the start. So with that said, the warrior was going to take us 4 turns, and what will it take us now? It will take 2 turns, so we just cut down the production time for a warrior in half, which I think is a good trade-off with losing that +5 against barbarians. That said, this unit could die. This unit could take a little bit of a hit. Well, I think we're okay, but I think it was going to be worth it. And, so new era, so we do need to make a new dedication too. Or our first dedication, actually. Out of these, I think Free Inquiry is the one that we're most likely going to be able to trigger. Because we already have a campus down. We have another site for a campus to potentially go down. And I think we're going to be trying to get... we're naturally going to be going for Eurekas anyways. And I think we're going to get more out of this than this, because we're not going to be building theater buildings at this point. So I think that's what we go with. And, choose a civic. So there's that state workforce. I think we go with that so we can get the governor title to upgrade Pingala, which, in hindsight, I did talk about we could have gone with Magnus to get the settlers not consuming population. But, uh, you know, I think we just well, we're gonna have to do this at this point. We're already committed to Pingala, and getting a little more out of him, we will probably end up going for the researcher. I think. Oh, hang on. What are you doing here? Why are you working that? You should be working that for food. I'm very glad I saw that. Because that just took, if you see here, it says 33 turns until growth, but this here is showing the new calculation now that we've switched which tile was being worked, and it's only 17 turns. So that was a very good thing for me to notice. I hope it wasn't like that for too long. Probably was just a turn or two if it was. Ha ha ha! You have just walked right into my trap, you fools. Okay, so that, yes, that finishes off our archery and takes down their unit, which means, let's see, which one of you do I want to move? I want to move you out and have you finish off you. Perfect. And I think, let's start moving you ahead, hoping we can get that camp finally built. You can come back to New Lincolnia. Okay, so New Lincolnia. I would honestly... Oh... Temple of Artemis would be really nice to get, I'll be honest. It would be really nice to get in this city just because how desperate we are for food and getting the extra amenity. So how many camps would we have within 4 tiles of here? We'd have 1, 2... So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could get +4 amenity from building it right... If we put it right there. You know what? I think I'm going to pass on the Temple of Artemis for now and just get us Archer out. And research. What should we research now? I still think we don't worry about astrology for now. Nothing that really jumps out at me. I think the best call here is to just finish off the wheel.
It is equally important to have a happy and engaged workforce as it is to have a profitable bottom line.
Hey, there's state workforce. I think that's still, yeah, that's still fine. Conscription could become useful with the archers coming out, but not enough to worry about it right now. And corvée. So let me see here. What's the next civic we could get? How soon can we get another civic? We could get mysticism in 2 turns. Gets an envoy, which I think I like that. That archer will be done then, and then we can switch our... where is it? Government. We can switch urban planning to corvée and maybe try to get that Temple of Artemis. Okay, and promotion on Pingala. I think we double down on the science for now. I think has more value to us. Okay. You are going to get upgraded to an archer. Only 60 gold. I would say that's a bargain, honestly. You can heal up. Actually, no. You should come down here and let's get this camp. I think we've got enough military now that we could reasonably defend this this tile. Ooh. And with that, we have an inspiration for mercenaries. Always nice. And the wheel.
I like to say I practice
and mysticism. A lot of stuff all at once. So let's just go ahead and change our policies as like I talked about. We are going to put in, where is it? Corvée. And if we're putting in corvée, I think we put discipline back in. I think we put discipline back in because I think we've got enough units now that we should hopefully be able to take over the barbarians, especially with 2 archers in the back. So yeah, let's move you up and die. You can die, yes. And you can fuck right off as well. Oh, not quite? Well, there. Okay, you get a promotion, so battle cry, of course. You do not have a promotion yet. How about you jump back there? Hey, a new Lincolnia got its builder. So let's start by getting these truffles online to get another luxury. All right, so who has... Oh, both cities have room for protection now. So we could get the Oracle. I think we are going to stick to the plan of Temple of Artemis. And let's slap it right there beside the city. Could that be a mistake? It most likely is, to be honest. But this is why I play on Emperors, so I can make mistakes without feeling too bad about it. I say as I'm now looking at where our military strength is and where everyone else is, and we could be doing better. We could be doing a lot better. Now, for our next research. That we eventually will be able to get the boost for. I don't know if we have anything we can get pastures nearby, because I haven't seen any horses, which is a bit troublesome. Let's get sailing, I think, it doesn't do anything for us right now, but it's nice to have, and we should really try to get... if we do get another city out, we should be trying to get something maybe over here on this bay. On this bay, maybe. The floodplains there, maybe. Could be a good site for a bit of an industrial zone, but... 1, 2, 3... Yeah, we should just have room to get in there. I don't like how much desert there is around there, though, but... We do need to kind of, like, seal this in and then just expand this way, because that's just kind of all we have to work with at this point. I can't imagine Rome's left us much room here. Alright, and let's see. For our civic here, political philosophy is just easily the choice we have to go for so we can get our government unlocked. Is just easily the best choice. Now, New Lincolnia also needs a project to build. Government Plaza, honestly, I think New Lincolnia is definitely going to be our dominant city, because, like, everything over here is kind of shit. Everything over here is kind of shit. This is definitely going to be a core city of our empire, I think. So Government Plaza, eventually, it could be really good to have in here. I think what I want right now is I think I want to get a trader going. So we can get a road set up here, and also we need a trade route for... no, that was for a Eureka, wasn't it? Yes, for currency, which, of course, the Eureka will tie in with our dedication for our era score, so kind of all works nicely together. Out of all of these, whose bonus would I like the most? Culture's good. +1 production for units, I don't think is that great. Faith we're not worried about, so really it's between culture and the +2 gold. And Mohenjo-Daro is right there. Remind me, what is your ability? They get full housing from water as if they were next to a river. So that would be a pretty good ability to get. What about Venice? Venice is kind of far away and already has a fair bit of influence. So I think I'm going to go with Mohenjo-Daro for this envoy, and that should let our city expand a little more, and they're right next to us, so good to be on good terms with them, I think. Ooh, Saladin is looking for some of our ivory. 2 gold for 30 turns and open borders. You know what? Honestly, I forgot about that we had the second ivory. I really should have looked into this sooner. Let's see. How much just one-time gold will he give us? Let's see here. This is one thing I will complain about Civ is I wish there is a way to just say no, because see, there's the what will you give me, and then it gives me this, but I don't want the gold per turn. I want the one-time gold. Stop face palming. I want the one-time gold, but I want like as much as as much as he's willing to give me of that. But to do that, I have to basically go in manually and just keep adjusting it until he says yes and find the sweet spot. So he'll give me 54 for that, or he'll give me 3 per turn for 30 turns. And I have to say, I think the 54 now is probably just the better call. Will you sneak in open borders? Mutual open borders? Okay. There we go. Now, with that being said, we should try to use that gold here for something. What, I'm not exactly sure. My first thought would be is, do we... Oh, we don't have anywhere near enough to afford a settler. We could, however, get a granary, which might not be bad in Lincolnton. I mean, it's not really the housing that's the problem, though. It's the food, and the granary really isn't good for food. So I take back that idea. Let's worry about moving these units here first. You can just heal up. There is a very nice camp for New Lincolnia. Let's make sure you are working. Yes. Working exactly the tiles I want you to. Perfect. Didn't even need to do anything.
Vessels large may venture more.
Hey, there's sailing. Not that we care too much about it at this point. Keep moving you guys forward. At long last, we are pushing back the barbarians. Okay, for our next research here, what do we want? I'm gonna say let's... I don't think masonry is that important right now. Ironworking... Let's get started on ironworking, because I think... Actually, there's what we can do. Here. You come back this way, or... Yeah, come back this way, because the camp at this point isn't that hugely important. Let's get that bought up and get that improved, which is a good way to use that gold that I said I wanted to use. 2, 3... Yeah, there's not really any... Here's what we should do. We should pick up this tile here. I know it's kind of a waste of gold, but I don't want to risk those tiles getting picked up. And we are getting a pretty good amount of gold income and not really anything else I could see that I wanted to buy, so... It's not great. It's not great, but I think it's acceptable in the situation. Oh, you better be shaking in your boots right now, you little scout that started all this trouble. Die! Oh, not the... Oh, no, because it's the... Oh, no, it's the scouts with the cat. Oh, I didn't even think of that until now. I'm turning that off next time. Didn't even occur to me that that was installed and active when I started this up. Yeah, it's cute, but I think for that reason I'm not going to use it again. Ha ha ha. This looks like the end of the road for our barbarian friends. And I use the word friends very, very loosely. Let's finish them off with Archer. No need for our warriors to get hurt, you know? And inspiration for military tradition is always nice to see. You can just wait for now. You can't go anywhere good. And I think with that, because I have been recording for a while, I should have like about an hour and a half of footage to condense and edit down, which I would think I should be able to get a decent episode out of. So with that, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you all for watching. If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and if you want notifications, ring the bell. Until next time, goodbye.